Hello and welcome back to Character Generation, The Rigger, Part 2, A Boy and His Dog. In my Rigger overview video, I kind of talked about what is a Rigger, who is a Rigger, what do they do, that kind of stuff. And you don't always need a control rig to do the things that a Rigger does. Today we're going to kind of get into a character that doesn't actually have a control rig, but still uses drones fairly much. Um, I have kind of an idea already on who he is. However, we're gonna see where this takes us. Um, Starting off, I'm gonna be crazy, and I'm gonna build a troll. And not only am I gonna build a troll, I'm gonna build a six-edge troll because let's get nuts. Um, even out my attributes here real quick, just to have things be kind of nice and even. Oh, man, I really hate. Switch. Whoops. Yeah, maybe we can actually make this work. So my the the tagline I put on this was a boy and his dog. And to represent that, we're going to go straight over here into uh, vehicles slash drones. I'm going to come all the way down to a large drone, and I'm going to grab me a steel lynx. Boom. That is our troll's dog. He is a big boy because he is a troll. He is going to have a big dog. So rather than some puny little Doberman, we're going huge. And come down here. We're gonna grab a big gun for our big dog. Crime wave? Yeah, frag it. Let's get the crime wave. We're gonna tweak it a little bit because uh, it is on a mounted platform. So some of the things we're not gonna have access to, like it's not gonna have the bipod, obviously. A Throw an external smart gun on there because it. Time out again. At the time of this recording, when I did this on my previous video, Hero Lab does not have support for Rigger 5 or hard targets. I'm gonna leave some money unspent to cover the normal things I don't cover and to cover some of the hard target things that exist. Um, in this case, it'll be super relevant because there is a auto soft that allows them to make use of smart guns. So we're gonna throw that smart gun on there, and I will ignore the auto soft that I don't have access to. So time it. With his crime wave, we're gonna get just a whole mess of bullets. Clip is belt fed. We're gonna get 300 rounds of normal bullets because our man is not the most intelligent of men. However, he is a troll that loves his DACA, and we'll buy him a gopher because you need somewhere to carry that around. Gopher real quick and throw a morphing license plate and a troll size smuggling compartment on it. If your GM is nice to you, he will allow you to hide your steel links in the smuggling compartment. Kind of up to you on that, on how your GM wants to do things. We're going to come down here into RCCs. He doesn't need the best because he's really only going with the one drone. So I'm going to, not the Liege Lord, CompuForce Taskmaster. Add that in there. I'm going to go and add a bunch of programs. These programs are all going to be autosofts because we're not piloting this thing. It is going to do all of that on its own. So we go rating 6, crime wave, targeting autosoft. Boom, add that. We're going to grab a maneuvering for our steel links. That up to 6. To grab clear sight, rating 6, because there's really no reason to not. Clear sight, stealth. Steel links. Boom. So now we have his main. We have his dog, and his dog is basically done. Um, so we're gonna tweak back over to some of the other things that we're gonna do here. Uh, he's basically gonna be a street samurai. So we're gonna come in here to his combat skills. Trolls, they love their some Daka, so we're gonna go with automatics and heavy weapons as his main. And I feel like a little bit of unarmed combat. I'm gonna spend my 2 group points from priority skill C, and I'm gonna grab the athletics group, couple perception, sneaking. Come down here to technical skills. He's not the most technical people. Boost these guys up. I suppose I should also talk about why I made my priority choices the way that I did. So that I really need to get like a theme or a standard operating procedure for this kind of stuff. So I wanted to do a troll because trolls don't get nearly enough love. Trolls are only A or B. I chose A. It could easily have been B. It's kind of up to you. Riggers are super new and hungry. So pretty much once again an A or B situation. I chose to go more on the edge side because that is going to cost me less to raise up than that'll cost me more karma to raise than it will be to continue to get more money. Uh, Skills or attributes you could kind of flip back and forth. At the moment, we have the karma to spend, so I only went with attributes D, and that'll give us a couple of more skills points. We can edge out easily another, like, here's an extra point in body, and now all of a sudden we have 20 of 25 karma spent. Um, Makes him a big meaty troll, and then he's a poor pitiful mundane. So let's go over here into uh, positive qualities, see what is fun. Adrenaline Surge is great for a combat character, as is Agile Defender. And scrolling down a little bit more, I like City Slicker. It's got a lot of flavor to it, but I'm not sure it's going to be relevant. I imagine this guy lives out in the Barrens because you don't exactly roll around with a crime wave in polite society. In addition to being a giant troll in polite society. Uh, no, no. He himself is not exactly a mechanical person. We will pick up a contact to represent getting his dog fixed. I do like the idea of out for myself of him and his dog. The only ones he really kind of cares about. The rest of the stuff, not finding a lot that is helpful. I'm kind of a sucker for the plus knowledge skill qualities. They give you a lot of bang and let you put more flavor into things for just a little bit of karma. Um, Steely Eagleman is cheap. Like tough as nails. But I like tough as nails for the stun box because that is what most of what you're going to be taking is. Uh, coming in here to the negative qualities. I like the idea of bad luck because it's fun and he has a lot of edge, so it'll be happening a bunch. I don't like to take bad luck uh with one edge characters because it's kind of it's like, oh, I only have one edge anyway, so I'm never going to use it, and try to get a bunch of free karma out of it. I like the flavor on Dimmer Bulb. Definitely emotional attachment. It is his dog. He loves his dog. Focus, because he's not exactly the most mentally capable of people. Granted, some of that comes from being a troll. However, a lot of that is also just kind of the feeling that I'm getting from him. Uh, where was Liar? Here, Quasimodo, the newfound Lake 4. But then, I did you just call me dumb on the other one, so I'm going to skip that. It's coming up here into his positive qualities to kind of trim this out a little bit. We're going to get rid of City Slicker. It's not exactly the feeling I'm getting. Vehicle empathy is is good for somebody who is going to be driving but not jumping into a vehicle. However, I don't know how much of that he's going to do. We're going to get rid of toughness because it's really overpriced, I feel. Uh, 19 overspent. Jesus. For the national athlete. Get tough as nails, even though I love it. And then I feel like vehicle empathy's got to go. Coming down in here to the negative qualities. We will get rid of liar. Get rid of bad luck. And I'll go find 4 more points. Don't really want to take poor self-control thrill seeker. However, I'm getting a very Duke's Boys vibe going on here. Um, and that is somewhat appropriate. Um, coming back over here into his stats. Boost some of these guys up. Grab some augments. We don't have a huge pile of money this time, unlike the previous build. But we're not exactly building a whole bunch of we're not looking for a lot of drones. We have our dog. He is great. Your dog is your friend. You don't really need anything else other than that. So I'm going to grab a smart link because smart links are great, and anybody that is a street samurai should have smart links. We're gonna get real tough here. Well, mostly on his essence. We're gonna get some used titanium bones because they are OP. What's your essence at? Tons of essence. Excellent. Let's get. And these I might switch to the Bioware version, but we can get crazy and get muscle replacements 3 for almost no new yen. Have a fairly good amount of essence left, and all of a sudden be strength 9, agility 8, physically active monster. Go in here to our smart link alpha for that. Get some essence back. We're gonna go actually almost immediately change our mind on our strength augment. How much do we have? Not a lot. As we are building what is effectively a street samurai that uses a steel lynx to help him out, we're gonna need some plus initiative boosters, so I'm gonna come down here to the synapse boosters. I'm gonna pick that up. Might only be able to get those at a rating. Yeah, it looks that way. However, we all of a sudden I'm out of money and have so many more things to buy. So, I'm sorry, Lucky. You have suddenly become not lucky, and I'm gonna switch those two priorities. Boom, done. There it goes. Um, so we're gonna grab these muscle toners. Grab with our newfound new yen. Send that to boosters 2. Leaves us with 50 grand left. I feel like that's a comfortable place to be because we're gonna have to spend a bunch of new yen on um our heavy weapons, our automatics, and that kind of stuff. We have a pretty good pile of things here as far as this goes. We get assault rifles, and we're gonna get grenade launchers because that's fun. With 8 skills left, we're gonna grab a specialization. How much more? Not a lot. We spent it all. Go over here to knowledge skills. English. We're gonna get uh, gangs identification. Gangs are really important for somebody who's gonna roll around in the barrens all the time. Uh, Trog gang specialization. Pick up some street drugs. Combat spec. I don't need to actually write spec when I do a specialization. Spit out drugs. Which chat does remind me I should pick up pilot ground because pilot groundcraft is for driving our steel links around. Not our, sorry, not our steel links. Our Toyota Gopher. Field specialization. Perception. I feel like he smells things rather than actually seeing or hearing things. Unarmed combat. Boost. 2 skill points left. Let's grab something. Let's grab some flavor. Come down here to artisan. And we're going to give it a. Let's go cooking. That'll help feed into our knowledge skills a bit with Seattle area. Screw up the specializations button. Grocery stores. Change the wording on that. Real stores. Grab a couple points in that. Let me see. Come over here to his contacts. This is where it's going to get kind of rough on our karma, just because being a trog, living the trog life, you don't have a lot of charisma. We're gonna get Peter. He's a butcher. He is not connected at all. But our troll comes in there and buys things fairly regularly because he likes to cook. Um, and when you're a big boy with a big appetite, you're gonna go a little crazy. Uh, for his other contact, let's kind of criminally active thing. Um, I think it's the spikes. As I open up Google, Shadowrun troll go. Okay. True. For Tacoma, Night Prowlers, Rust Stilettos, Scratch the Spikes. Spikes. Uh, Let Twitch chat come up with a fun name for him. And this kind of puts us in a fairly standard position of uh, having a lot of places to take him from where he is currently. I have a bunch of money. I believe it is 50,000 million on this build right now to still spend on things. Uh, the normal stuff, ballistic masks, that kind of thing can all be thrown in there. Uh, would probably recommend it Ares Alpha because it comes preloaded with a underbarrel grenade launcher, and we happen to have a heavy weapon specialization in grenades, and that will help to enable you to murder things because you are a giant troll. That is what you are brought along for. Uh, he's a big boy, though. We are currently sitting at just throw an alpha on here so that I can math. Currently sitting at a 18 dice pool for shooting automatics with your Ares Alpha. You have 15 dice for launching grenades with your grenade launcher. You have 31 soak, which is fairly respectable. An initiative of 9 plus 3d6. And he uses a drone for a lot of his combat things. With it loaded with a crime wave, it will most likely spend its time suppressing his target, or even just complex full autoing his target, because that's troll's got to do how a troll's got to do. Um, he has some qualities in here to support the more street samurai kind of way. The out for myself can be kind of ditched for uh, not even really sure what else would be really flavorful to have. I get the feeling that he is potentially moving into the gang. Maybe he is trying to prove himself amongst the Spikes because they are a troll-oriented Go gang. Uh, kind of feel like I should throw a prejudice instead of um, to support that because the Spikes, if memory serves, are a giant enemy of the ancients. So I'll go down here to self prejudice specific outspoken ancients. Boom. Now he's more in the hanger on slash applicant feel, or he could potentially even just be in the gang. Uh, Unfortunately, the thug life negative quality is beyond punishing as far as uh, a negative quality is, especially for somebody who is going to invest a lot of their money into drones and other things along those lines. But this is, would he, is he a rigger? Maybe a bit. He does make, again, the high use of drones. You can pick up some fly spies to help do some things. You could pick up the autosofts to run them as well. You would maybe have to tweak some of his augments and stuff around to make that happen. However, it's certainly plausible. The rest of his stuff, though, is fairly straightforward. He probably lives in a crappy place. Um, his Spike's lieutenant name, that's not important. That's kind of a boy and his dog, yes. The I say I guess a lot apparently, and it is because I'm super new to this whole YouTube type situation. And the strangeness of people finding this incredibly helpful. I'm glad that you guys do, though. However, it's still an interesting new thing to me. I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say about him. He doesn't have a name, unfortunately. Don't really have anything off the top of my head. Actually, no. I lied. Timmy. He's Timmy the Troll. That's probably not his street name. He will probably get one if he does move into being an actual Spikes member or pledge. Um, anyway, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with this, watching this on YouTube. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comment section. I will put the character save file for our Hero Lab and the PDF in the video description so that this way, if you guys want to build Timmy for yourself for your home games or for use otherwhere, you are more than welcome to do so. I look forward to hearing more of his adventures, your adventures, misadventures, all of that wonderful stuff. Thank you guys and have a good night.